All right, we're back. Episode 96 of the
That's
Morse
right.
Code. I was saying of the Morse Code podcast. Dan Morse, Soapy Priya. But let's start here with a little housekeeping. If you're listening or watching, thank you for coming back. Do us a favor if you're watching like on Facebook, hit the share button. Maybe get in front of some new people who haven't had the opportunity to see us yet. If you're a first-time listener, thanks for stopping by. Probably an interesting episode if this is your first time. A whole lot of nonsense on the docket. Shout out Darnell Docket. What else? If they really
Thoughts and
want to
prayers
go,
to him.
is he dead or dying?
No, I think he's completely
cool.
fine. But
All right, cool. That's great.
never a bad time.
Nope. What was I gonna say? Oh, you can leave us a review on Apple, subscribe on YouTube, Venmo us money. Like, there's many ways to help support the program. Especially the last one.
Yeah. I can actually just put my bills out there with full account numbers.
Do we have our GoFundMe?
Good at doing that.
Do we have our GoFundMe in the show notes?
We
GoFund us.
We do have a GoFundMe, but it's for Kylie Jenner's brain,
God, bro, did you see that?
former stylist brain surgery. Yeah. So let me take that out and I'll put in our GoFundMe.
Let's start there. Well, maybe not start there, but a couple things we should address right off the bat. I did see that. I didn't even see the original post. I think like KFC or someone posted it, and I saw it, and my initial thought was, well, I don't know, like she was getting a lot of slack for it. My initial thought or hope was she herself donated a lot of money, which I heard wasn't too much in compared to her net worth. But the other thing was like, I also think I mean, if you have a person with that big of a following share your GoFundMe, that must mean something. I'm sure it gets in front of a lot of people. Optic wise, probably stinks when you could literally just cover it,
yeah,
without really skipping a beat. I don't know. Good problem to have, I guess. Not the woman who's in the car accident. The having enough money to just pick up the tab on a bunch of GoFundMes nationwide.
Yeah, it might save a few days of time. I would think.
Yeah. Yeah. And then the other one, borderline breaking news. One of your favorite personalities, Donald Trump Jr., just I don't know. Is this copyright infringement?
I guess not. I don't think our friend is going to be paid for it.
We own Griff and all the rights to his anything since he was on our show.
That's true.
Times.
That's true.
That's for our legal department.
Bill him? Do you still have DTG info?
No, I don't. He's been off the grid a little bit. So you brought this to my attention. Why don't you catch our listeners up to speed with what's happening?
This is one of the more bizarre things that's happened in recent memory, but I guess
sure is.
I don't know. Anything's possible in 2020 and 2021. So I saw it. Griff posted a story. Griff has been on the show twice. The college meme kid.
Great and in local that picture, insurance agent too for the New England area.
Local insurance agent, expecting father. Yeah, he's got a lot going on. But that picture, which has been memed many times, was used incorrectly by Donald Trump Jr. And so he took the picture and he writes at the top, retirement plan, : and then he lists 4 steps to how a retirement plan works.
I get the joke. I get
I just want to explain it to anyone who hasn't seen it.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead. My bad.
No, so it just says, number 1, move to Mexico. Number 2, give up citizenship. Number 3, come back illegally. And number 4, set for life.
It's just I'll say this, like, it's not a bad conservative joke. Like, I get it.
Yeah.
The using Griff's meme makes no sense. Yeah. I don't get it. I'd love to hear the rationale. My only maybe thought is like, that's what he pictures these people looking like. Like, hey, I'm in college. I did it. I tricked the system. Outside of that, I have no idea what it could possibly mean.
Yeah, maybe he's like By the way, students of America, anyone aged like 18 to 22, this is like the ideal way. If you want to accomplish like what retirement life is like, this is how you do it.
This is it. Here's the blueprint.
I'm trying to think of like another meme that would make less sense if used to use.
I don't know.
Like the Spider-Man.
Like they would all tie for the stupidest. Like they just don't make any sense. I would challenge our listeners to make a worse one. Like take Griff's meme and just write something else. We might as well just put like new episode of the Morse Code podcast dropping on Griff's meme, and it would be just as relevant.
I think I'm gonna double copyright infringement this, because I'm gonna take this picture, the meme that he posted with his handle, and I'm gonna put it into this episode for any of the viewers, just so they can get a little reference, but also to spice things up in our relationship with
yeah. Well, I hope he sees Griff's message. Did you see that? He DM'd him.
Yeah.
Not for nothing. Like there is only one person who can do that. It is Griff.
Yeah.
He is that one person. So if DJ takes the second to look at his handle and click on it, they go, oh shit, this is that guy. I don't know. This is something's brewing here. This is far from over.
That's
similar to the Patriots free agency. A lot going on, but they aren't close to being done. There's something coming.
It's just going to take a lot for him to look at his DMs, though.
I didn't know he was on Instagram. I was hoping he also put it on Twitter. Obviously, you could follow the roasting a lot more on Twitter. I even look at the comments on Instagram. Were any like, this is stupid?
Well, because of how the algorithm works, it's all our friends. Those are the comments that I see first under a fucking Donald Trump Jr. post.
Boy.
Yeah, shout out to Mark Paradise
on air, I guess. Oh
yeah, shout out to Dice. He said, "Any press is good press."
Oh, that's so funny,
dude! It's got 205,000 likes and almost 3,000 comments.
I just don't get it. Well, we should say this too. It's not like Donald Trump Jr. made the meme. I think he alluded to that. He took it from someone else. So that's who we need to find.
Yeah.
Whoever originally made it. But it also speaks, I think that just goes back to, I don't know if we ever actually did a segment on this, but we talk about it a lot, just boomers on social media. This is like a perfect example. Mm-hmm. Hey, this looks pretty funny. I'm going to hit the share button, even though I have no idea what the hell I'm talking about or doing or anything at all. I'm just going to do it. Oh, that's so good. That really made my night. That's really good.
You think that if you were to take everyone that we know personally, whether they posted it themselves or they've been somehow featured, like Griff's case here, this would have to be the most liked and commented on picture of anyone that we know, right?
Probably. How many likes? A couple 100,000?
205,000.
Yeah, probably. Like at least out of our peers.
You had that gender reveal, which had
there's like 20 people there.
Oh yeah, sorry, I was thinking of something else.
That's great. Good for Griff. Like I said, business. No press is bad press. I guess. I don't know. I wish he took the decency to tag Griff in it.
Seriously.
I mean, Griff is an extremely right-leaning conservative, so he would have probably loved to see it. Personally, I hate to see it, but Griff must be pretty ecstatic. Good night in the Carizzi household, I'm sure.
Yeah, Griff's always got that a backwards facing cap on. It's red, so I know what letters are on the front of it, but he thinks he's slick.
Yeah, he sure does. This would be a great one to have, like, once we have the funds, aka why our GoFundMe is so important, to get like the technology to have like some sort of like, I don't know, Shell Pennzoil hotline, and like have Griff call in and like on ESPN, like have his little picture in the corner calling in and just walking us through this day. I'm sure his press is booked for a while, but this is a big one.
Holding his hand over like the speaker part to make it sound like one of those phone calls.
Yeah. I'm proud. I'm happy for him. He finally got his big break in the meme game.
It's a good day to be an American. I'll say that much.
Day to be a Carizzi. Put it that way. So that's that. What else was going on we wanted to hit on before we get into it? Go ahead.
Yeah, real quick. Seen anything about gas prices lately?
I have to drive 2 days a week. In those 2 days a week I have to drive, I go a total of like 6 miles to and from my in-laws to drop off car and then pick them up. So I haven't really noticed. I've heard they might be up a little bit. I don't know. Can't imagine.
Would you ever consider like an alternative to driving a car just because the gas prices went up a little bit? Ever cross your mind to complain about it?
Put it this way. I'll probably be driving a lot more in 3 years and 8 months from now. Take that how you want it. That's when I planned all my big road trips. Yeah, I don't know, bro. It is what it is. I know what you're saying. Say this. I know.
So
go ahead.
Yeah, really quick. I made what I thought was, just a fun, innocent joke.
That was pretty funny.
Not innocent, but it was a joke. I made a post because there had been a post circulating quite a bit back in January, and it basically said, regardless of what happens later today or whatever over the next 4 years, let's just look at the current state of America now, and let's compare it to January in 2024. And I listed all these bullet points, some of which I'm not even sure are accurate. I don't know. I didn't go through and verify everything. But the first one was that like in today's world, gas in America is $2.38 a gallon. Yep. And basically the point of the post was to be like, I'm not saying who I voted for. However, let me just make these observations clear, and you do with it what you will. And we'll just be able to judge based on how things change over the next 4 years. So I just posted like
so I judge everything.
It's been a couple months. Gas prices have gone up. I think it's around like 260 or something like that where I am.
Oh,
yeah. So I'd been sitting on this idea for a while that I was just going to go to the gas station, take a picture of myself near a pump, holding a calculator, saying, I basically, was it worth the 15 cents for me to not be racist? Like, I had to make a choice back in November. Which one did I prefer more, racism or saving 15 cents? That was the crux of the joke. And
some would say you made the wrong choice.
A couple people took it the wrong way, or were just a little sensitive.
No.
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. And so I just want to say, it's just a joke. And I feel like if you feel really offended by that, maybe that's like a guilty conscience.
Find some hobbies. I always picture and I know I can probably be at fault of this too. I know that. But I feel like anytime I see stuff like that, I just picture that meme of like that kid and like sitting in his class, right? Like holding his breath, like trying like not to say something. You know exactly what I'm telling you. Speaking of memes, I'm sure Griff knows him personally. But you know what I mean? That's what I picture when people see stuff like that on Facebook, like trying not to comment. Because like it's just people come out of the woodwork. And again, like I said, I know I can be the same way on like Twitter and stuff when I see something, but it's kind of comical to me. I don't know. It's like, bro,
I just want to clarify
3:30 on a Tuesday afternoon. Like and then the worst part is like you don't respond in like 10 seconds. It's like, oh, like nothing to say. Like, oh, nice comeback. Like blah blah blah. It's like, no, bro. Like I might have other more important shit going on today.
Yeah, I want to clarify
or like real quick, or clearly, like I'm not interested in getting into a debate like this on social media.
Yeah.
Like I'm just making probably a joke. Like I didn't plan on getting into a poli-science debate with you on a public platform that I'm friends with my mother on. Like it's silly.
Yeah, I removed the privacy because I was like, I don't want to wake up to this the next morning and see like a 50 comment thread under my post because like there's nothing. I said this to you. There's nothing that looks trashier than when people get into full-on debates on Facebook, and it's like it starts out also civil, and then eventually it will become personal. Yeah. It's like, all right, well now we all look like schmucks at this point.
No. The worst ones are when it's like your post, but it's like 45 comment back and forth between two random people who you don't even know. That's always been the most bizarre part to me. And then it always ends like, oh, well, hey, these are just my opinions. We're still friends. It's like, no, like, fuck off. Like, maybe, but I definitely look at you different. Like, I'm not trying to ever have this conversation whatsoever again. So it is what it is. I don't know.
Having said that, I am boycotting gas. So
you have to. Times are tough. You gotta wait for that stimmy to come in.
If people thought I was saying I was on the side of,
so you're definitely not pro gas.
I'm pro racism, anti gas.
Got you. That's a shirt.
Tables have turned. I think people thought I was on the other side of this.
Hold the gas. More racism, please. Whatever. Honest to God, whatever. Like, I don't fucking care anymore. I don't know. I just want to go back to the days. And again, I know I'm guilty of this too, but there, like I said this all the time, there was a time where it was taboo to talk about like who you vote for, or like who you know what I mean? Like what side of the political spectrum you're on. That's why you vote in private booths. Like you might as well, honest to God, like you might as well cast your vote on Facebook now. What's the fucking difference? Like if you can't get there, if you don't believe in mail-in voting, there should be an option 3. Have a licensed town clerk go to your social media page and be like, oh, I know this guy can't make it to the poll, but I have a pretty good sense which way he would have voted. Like that should be it. There's your third option.
No more blue in the recent weeks, as I've noticed.
I think we know where to put this guy's little ink dot on the old form. But anyway, we have another friend in the podcasting game who sticks to politics. So I don't want to take too much thunder away from him for his upcoming shows. Let's do this. March Madness weekend.
Very maddening.
It was pretty maddening. Yeah. I'll start here. What do you think of the new format, or like the schedule going Friday to Monday instead of
that's
Thursday
permanent
to Sunday? I don't know, but it was for this year. I assume that had something to do with COVID, like everything else does.
Okay, yeah.
Genuinely don't understand it either. Like they didn't play more games; they just pushed it out a day. So I, honest to God, have no idea why.
Yeah, I don't get what change they needed to do that. Moving it 24 hours made a difference. So I don't know.
Again, I don't like to get into politics too much. I don't know. I'll leave it there.
Well, on the one hand, it's like
it's kind of cool having Monday games and Friday games.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're taking away the. I know that there were 4 games.
Oh, that's true. You're just missing Thursday.
The big days.
Yeah. Those don't count.
A lot of the games typically on a Thursday. That's like the other biggest day of the weekend. So it's weird. You like get rid of that and then tack on like the second round games on Monday. So it's just a weekday for a weekday, but you are getting less games.
Right.
So that's interesting.
And I don't think you are. That's what I'm saying. Like it's still 4 days worth of games.
You're getting the same number of total games, but I'm saying you're getting far fewer weekday games because the Thursday that you're losing is the first round.
Friday and Monday are both weekdays.
Right, but Monday is the second round, whereas usually Thursday and Friday are both the first round.
Oh, okay, yeah, I guess. Oh, so more games. Yeah, you're right. I know what you mean. Yeah. Yeah, I honestly have no idea why. I really didn't think much of it till now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It was kind of cool knowing that was on in the background.
Yeah,
I didn't get to watch much of it on like today, so I don't know. It didn't make much of a difference to me.
No. In case my upper management's watching, I honestly didn't get to watch much of it today either.
What tournament?
At work? Yeah, exactly. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. My bracket is pretty well. I don't know. Like, I don't want to get into our individual brackets because no one gives a shit. But me and my wife typically do the same pool, and I'm definitely at the point now where I'm voting for hers. She's in a much better spot because I had Illinois to win, and they're out. Per fucking Scott Rochelle too. Thanks for nothing. I knew nothing about college basketball, but I see him posting about that godforsaken team all the time. Not a good look for friends of the program.
Did you see what he said to us / me?
No.
It was.
Oh, I don't know.
It was unbecoming. So rude? I said, Scott, if you're looking for room on the bandwagon, you can. We're welcoming people onto the Patriots bandwagon. And he said,
"Oh, hell yeah."
He called us something like traitors because the first time that he was on the show, we weren't pro Cam Newton. To which I say,
I'm
we're still not pro Cam Newton.
Yeah,
but I could still like the team.
Yeah, absolutely.
So if Scott wants to fight, he knows where to find us. Not hard to find. Shout out Dan Bollier.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, at this point, it's just like I still enjoy watching it. It's just so deflating. Like when you can't win. Like I know I can't win. My champion's out. It's gonna be very tough too. I don't know. So like I said, my wife has Gonzaga. She took a couple of those upsets. I guess I'm a big Oral Roberts fan, which I always thought was like a dental school for some reason, which it's not. And actually, let's segue here. I learned two things over the weekend. I learned Oral Roberts is not, in fact, a dental school. I really thought Sister Jean was dead. I was very surprised when I, A, looked it up and saw she was alive, and B, saw her alive in the stands with other people.
What's crazy, it's been 3 years since her first appearance.
She's 101.
Sure
she
is.
Cracked triple digits between March Madness appearances. Not a lot of people can say that. But I got to give it to her. Like I'm a Sister Jean guy. Like she brings it.
Yeah, pretty spry for 101.
Triannually basis.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I mean, she was there physically, but she had a little more spunk in her, I think, the last run.
You think so?
She was looking pretty low battery this year. But I don't want to get too into the X's and O's or the Jims and Joes. Let's get into what makes money. This is a money show. This is our finance section of the show. Headlines sell. Period. That's it. You're our resident headline writer. I assume your phone's been off the hook all weekend. New York Times, LA Times, Dover Times, whoever it may be.
The St. Louis Picayune Times.
Yep. The Onion, OAN. Everyone coming.
Yeah, Albuquerque Gazette.
Yeah. What do you got? Give us a little preview of some of the headlines you're working on this weekend that may or may not still be for sale.
Sure. So the two teams that you mentioned are the ones that I was asked to focus on. Oral Roberts and Loyola.
Of course.
So really quick, Sister Jean is like the chaplain, I guess, of the school.
I have no idea what she is.
And
I just assume she was. I don't know what she is. I don't know. She was like a kid's
I do know that she's those two things. I don't necessarily know how it translates to the school.
I genuinely have no idea what her connection is with that university. I thought she's either a super fan or, like I said, some kid's like great 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 grandmother.
Yeah, I mean,
she's a big hoops fan. Yeah.
So, yeah, I would say those two teams have taken social media by storm. So
sure have.
Without further ado, I said Sister Jean, more like Blister Jean, because she bleeds Loyola Marymount. Is that the full name of the school? Loyola Marymount College?
I don't know. Something like that. It starts with an M.
Yeah, we both applied there. No luck.
Thanks, Scott.
If both these teams somehow, and this would take a lot, this would take, no pun intended, a divine intervention miracle. If both these teams advance and play each other, it'll be Oral Roberts versus Pastoral Roberts.
Mm-hmm.
Something to think about. Sure is. So I said she's the chaplain of the team. Huge fan, crowd favorite.
Yes.
Everyone keeps asking and talking about how old she is, but my response is this headline. That's none of your business.
Good one. I can see that. Sister Jean asked about her age at latest game. She replies, none of your business. And then proceeds to die on the spot.
Dude, what's crazy is that she wasn't initially allowed. She had to get the vaccination first. That makes sense, but it's like,
I fucking hope so. Yeah.
Yeah, but like,
I wouldn't be raw dogging a March Madness game. Yeah, I don't know. Jeez, I don't think that woman would want to catch a sniff of COVID in her current state. Boy, is she on her last fucking low battery. Go ahead. Sorry.
You know how they don't do jump balls in college?
So in the middle of the game. Yeah.
Yes. So Loyola has made things easier. If guys get tied up and it's a held ball, they pretty much, they'll just go to the ref and truthfully tell them who had better control of the ball, which brings me to my next headline. Confession arrow.
Pointing always Loyola.
Yeah.
That's a good one. The confession arrow. I prefer that. Get in the booth, chop it up with the Padre, and then red ball, blue ball, whoever it is.
I think that's how it should work in the NBA. You have to be honest. And if you get that camera in there, for the actual confession, could look kind of cool.
Confession cam.
Do
you like the possession arrow rule? I think it blows.
I hate it.
I don't understand how that's a real rule.
Like, it takes the drama
so
out
stupid.
Of it.
You can literally lose based off back and forth. Like, there's nothing to it.
Yeah, you lose based off of the
right. It literally just switches every time, right?
Yeah, it's based off the first jump ball. It's dumb.
Crazy. Go ahead.
A lot of people don't know this. Sister Jean brought the original triangle offense to organized basketball. She's got the father set up on the post, the son on the 3-point line, and right at the elbow is the Holy Ghost.
As you know it. There he is. Yeah.
Moving on from Sister Jean and Loyola to Oral Roberts. I think these guys have
they've had a run.
The most jokes. Because this is they've been in the tournament so many times.
I know where you're going. I get it. I know where you're going with this one. Go ahead. Just clicked. Get your mind out of the gutter.
Yeah. Click unsubscribe now while you still can.
Please.
First one for them. Box out. After dealing with Oral for 40 minutes, opponents are barely able to walk straight.
That's a good one. Did you see, this was on Twitter, I think I retweeted it, the Family Guy clip about Oral Roberts?
Remind me what it was. I watched
Family Guy.
You sent it to me.
I think it's old. Yeah, it's like it looked like a college like recruiting thing. So they had the different tables set up. And Peter's like, oh, look, Lois, like there's Oral Roberts, known for blah, 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 blah. And then they go to the one next door. And there's the sister school, Anal Roberts. Blah, 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 blah.
Oh, yeah. He said it's tough to
like, that's
into.
not an easy one to get into.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to like it. Yeah. God, that show is fantastic.
Big
so
fan.
Good. Big fan. Go ahead.
Next headline, bubble menu. So you know how they're locked down for the tournament? Like they were in the NBA?
Sure. Yes.
Apparently Oral Roberts has gotten even stricter for their players. Is
that right?
They're allowed to eat out, but only if it's sausage and clams. So very strict menu. I don't know if that's like nutritionally based or if that was arbitrary.
Not an awful menu. Yeah.
I do it.
Going back and forth every night. Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah.
Chalk one up in the NCAA versus NBA debate.
Okay.
That's a big debate among basketball fans, which is better of a product. Chalk one up for the NCAA. No load management here. Have you heard this saying, above sea level? Like basically,
sure.
That's a passing grade.
I live above sea level.
Yeah. So this one works in a couple different ways. Not only for a college student is that a passing grade above sea level, but no matter what Oral Roberts does, they don't let you come up for air.
Suffocating defense.
Yeah, you're down there. You're suffocating deep.
Get used to it. Yeah. Boy. Yep.
And this is the last one.
Oh, thank God. Okay, go ahead.
This is more of like a knock-knock joke. When's the best time to play Oral Roberts?
Of course it is. I don't know when.
Just the tip off, because it's the only time you're not losing yet.
Oh boy. This would have been a good one to have Griff on.
It would have.
I don't think those stink. I wonder what he's doing right now. Like, what does Griff's inbox look like right now? Damn, I wish he was tagged in it somehow. Anyway, before we get too far off. No, those were great. I don't know. I really don't know what else kind of analysis you want from me. That's what you get when you come here for Soapy's headlines. We put them out there. You have them. They're part of your life now. Your choice to do what you want with them. Most people tend to ignore them. Oh God, what?
I had one sleeper one.
Oh, great. Please.
Abilene Christian beat. So Abilene Christian number 14 beat Texas number 3. I said maybe they're born with it. Maybe it's Abilene.
That's your best one.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus, that would actually sell. That would be a good tweet. That would fire off. That would hit.
And also the college Drake lost. So I said, what's next?
Damn, another good one. You know what's hilarious is that tweet that was resurfacing. I think I saw Tyler retweet it, but it was like Sports Nation or something tweeting like, would that whatever Kentucky Wildcats team beat the 72-10 Bulls? Did you see that going around?
Yeah,
I think it was one with like what one was it? Not even the Anthony Davis team. I think it was one with like Karl Anthony Towns.
The Twins, the Harrison.
Willie Cauley-Stein.
Yep.
Yes.
I think Trey Lyles maybe on
Boy, is that silly. I remember that year. I assume that was the year they went undefeated. Or were supposed to win. They lost in the Final Four. It was like 2015, 2014. I think it was at your house, actually.
Yeah, 2015.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Dude, they lost to fucking Frank Kaminsky and Sam Decker.
Yep. Correct. Wisconsin. And then they lost to Duke in the finals. What an absurd tweet. Have you ever seen those ones when people argue like, wow, like this Cleveland Browns team or like this Miami Dolphins team is so bad, like a college team could beat them. And then someone actually breaks it down and like goes over like how bad like the best college team would get their asses handed to them by like a backup NFL team. Like it wouldn't even be competitive, which is true because it's like the only way that would be relevant is if every college player doesn't get drafted or like makes an NFL team. Right. So even the worst, you know what I mean? Like even the worst seasoned pros, yes, they're going to beat a pretty good college football team. Mm-hmm. That's why that Kentucky and Chicago tweet was so absurd. Because like we're not even talking like a bad pro basketball team. We're talking like arguably the greatest sports team of all time. So I don't know. Some would argue, I don't know. I'm leaning towards the Bulls, probably like, I don't know, 215 to 47 or something like that.
Yeah, 55. I was gonna say like around 50.
Yeah, but some of the like the responses were pretty good. Like man, like Cats got Pippen in lockjaw in the third quarter. like Phil Jackson's gonna have to go to his bag to find a solution to Willie Cauley-Stein in the post. Like, what are we talking about? But
man, both the Harrisons would just put Ron Harper on a fucking poster.
Man, put Ron Harper on a spin cycle. they got PJ Armstrong on skates.
Yeah, if you were to take the last player on the Bulls bench, like they might not be a starter on the Kentucky team, but they would definitely be a contributing role player. Well, I'm saying like
Scott Burrell would cook any of those guys on Kentucky. He would give Willie Cauley-Stein fits. So would like, I don't know, Luke Longley would drop a 30 and 30, like without breaking a sweat.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think. I don't know. Maybe. I mean, these are also grown-ass men. What else? We got a couple other things on the docket. Where did you want to take this? Transition to other old people that have been in the news lately?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's
good. We meant to do this. Oh, I should address this. There's really no rhyme or reason to this episode, but we should address the hamburger draft we did last week. That was a big hit. Big sensation. A lot of fun, but I'm going to have to make a ruling here. I'll put it down in the books with an asterisk. Maybe I wasn't clear with the intentions. I don't think you understood it was an actual draft when we had started the conversation. Is that fair? You're catching a lot
not
of
being
heat
sarcastic.
on the internet.
That is fair.
I know. The polls we put online, they weren't very giving. They were pretty lopsided.
No, they would definitely indicate that you understood what we were doing and I did not.
I would hope so. Yes. So we'll do that again more frequently. We'll let you guys maybe vote on what else you want to see. But yeah, that first one didn't vote over well. And I forget how the original one went with the city draft. I don't remember if we even had people vote on which team was better. Again, that was another completely ridiculous thing to even do. That was the old school. That was like the old days. When we really were digging for content.
Honestly, that would have been a better matchup than the Bulls versus Kentucky.
Yeah, I think so. I think I would have liked to watch Ted and Mark Wahlberg post up in the corner, being coached by Al Capone.
Yeah, Kevin McAllister and Al Capone.
Yep, that would have been a lot of fun. We'll put that one in the show notes if you want to go back and check it out. Very, very good stuff. But Prince Phillip's been in the news. I don't know. I really don't know too much of the backstory outside. This guy looks like he's the Walking Dead, like come to life. Dude, some of those pictures of Prince Phillip are so good. Like literally any picture of him look great. There's a couple it's been like sitting in the back of his car, literally just being chauffeured around, looking like he's being chauffeured to hell or like chauffeured to the morgue to be put to rest. Did you follow that story at all a lot? Like the Meghan Markle and the royal family shit that's been going on the last couple of weeks, like the Oprah interview?
Very loosely. Only what I saw on social media. Like I didn't watch it at all.
Nah,
it was the same night as the All-Star game, so I had my priorities in order.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. That's a ballsy little move, dropping that in the middle of the All-Star game that also nobody was watching. Oh boy, there's been, what was that? We wanted to talk about that thread on Twitter you found. How's it worded?
Yeah, I'm pulling that up right now. And that picture, it does, like you said, it looks like he's been, like they told him, like, we're driving you to your grave, whether you're dead or alive. So
nobody told you, but you died like 3 years ago. We got to put your ass to rest. Oh, I found it.
Okay.
I'm not going to repeat the person's handle, but what she posted was, what are some non-deadly things you think would end Prince Phillip? And then she says, I'll start. 1 drop of McDonald's Sprite. So this is a great idea. So basically things that like, you know, one little iota of this will just finally put this dude to rest. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Is it widely renowned? Like, is he just not a good guy? I understand like stories been coming out that the family might have like some racial undertones and stuff, which also like, no shit. I don't need to know anything about, I didn't really need to know too much about these people to probably think that was on the table as a possibility.
Yeah, like there's some of that back like there, I'm sure. If I don't need to look hard enough in your little storage area here. I think I know what you got.
I know it when I see it. But what do we got here? So,
and I'll post a picture of this in the video too.
Boy, is he a good-looking guy. He looks like, I know you've said it before, the Crypt Keeper is a famous one. He just looks like somebody who is dead, but is still like walking around. He looks like that like human incarnation of what I assume coronavirus looks like. Like it just doesn't look like. Imagine like living in that guy's house and having him like come in and like tuck you in or like creak your door open to like say goodnight. I would shit myself.
Oh, no, thank you.
Boy, I hope. Nah, I shouldn't say this, but I'm not going to say I hope he's dead by the time their child is old enough to like have that happen to them. I'm not going to say that, but I hope nothing scary happens between those two people. Because from what I've read and what the rumors are out there, it doesn't seem like Prince Phillip would care too much to have a relationship with that kid anyway. At least half of them, from what I've read, without getting too into it. So I don't know. The first one that came to me was just simply a few seconds of the WAP video. I think would put this guy under. I think his heart would like
straight to his
explode out of his chest like Jim Carrey in The Mask, would just like pop out of his suit. A hint faint hint, like a half a sniff of those Cape Cod chips with sea salt and cracked pepper. I think that'd be just enough spice to like DOA, dead on arrival.
Yeah, you know when you bring him snacks, it's got to be the plainest of the plain.
I don't even know what that guy eat. Probably like those old British like water biscuits or like whatever the fuck they're called. I bet he eats like the body of Christ, like as a snack. He hoards them when he goes to church.
Do you know the context behind the picture? Like where he was coming from and to?
No idea. The afterlife.
Okay, so this makes it even more incredible. He's between 99 and 100.
I was in the hospital, right?
Yeah, he just had open heart surgery. Why would you put a guy that looks like this through fucking heart surgery? So you're trying to
4
kill
more
him?
years? I don't
understand. Yeah, I think he
you
had a
gotta
heart
hook
infection.
him and Sister Jean up. What a couple that would be. What a spicy relationship that would be.
He would not like basketball.
Boy, I don't know about that. You might like some basketball teams. I don't know.
He'd like college more than the pros. I would venture that guess.
Like BYU. Like Wisconsin. America East Conference.
He wouldn't like the current year's version of the Gonzaga Bulldogs.
So I wrote this note down. I just spent the last like 30 seconds trying to decipher what I was talking about, and I finally figured it out. I met one of those like personal fans people use at like baseball games, like the like battery powered ones.
Handheld ones.
Yeah, I think that would literally just blow his head off like a dandelion, just go floating into the sky. That might put him under. I have 2 more. Third one, or the second to last one. I hope he doesn't know this has been a thing for a little over 20 years, but seeing a woman at the voting booth, I think might put him in a tailspin.
Oh man.
I don't know what it's like overseas, but if he comes here around early November, he might see something he doesn't like.
Yeah, I think he would go to like yell or something, and then he'd immediately clutch his chest like fucking Fred Sanford from Sanford and Son.
Yeah, this is the big one. And then last one, this is a no-brainer. This happens. I picture his head just like exploding like a crash dummy. But like the first 5 to 10 seconds of the Stone Cold music hitting at a moderate volume.
Oh God.
When that glass breaks, his skull would also break.
Yeah, I hope you guys got a eulogy ready to go.
He's sort of just like wrestling pop, even with half capacity would kill him. Kind of a side note. I don't know if you had any notes on this either, but man, like watching like YouTube videos of old wrestling, like there's few things better than like a big pop at like a wrestling event. It is so insane, dude. That's got to be up there. Mm-hmm. That's just cool things. Like even rivaling like pro sport. Like I don't remember many pro sports events that it was that crazy. But every Monday night, like as soon as that glass broke or like the Rock's music hit or whatever, it was so loud. Like you would just see hands like fly up, especially back when they had like the signs and like volleyballs and throwing like garbage and shit around. Goldberg got huge pop. That was so fun. I honestly don't know if that'll ever happen again.
Yeah. They let him get away with quite a bit with the signs.
Oh, big time. Dude, women used to like just pull their shirts up. Signs that would say like swears. They would throw, like I said, beach balls into the ring while adults are trying to like put on a show. It's crazy. I don't know if you saw this. Did you see the story going around about like amusement parks opening back up, but you can't scream or like you're not like it's frowned upon to like scream on the rides?
Very weird rule. I wouldn't hate it.
Very weird. I don't even know how you enforce that. Isn't that like a natural reaction to the ride? I don't scream just to scream. Like if I didn't have to, I wouldn't.
You're getting a slap on the wrist as soon as you get off that.
Hopping 100 feet in the air. Like what do you want me to do?
I assume as soon as you unbuckle, like when you get to the end of the ride, someone just walks over with a paddle. Like, you know what you did?
Beat it, buddy. We got rules here.
Get in this other line.
You get escorted off by security while the ride like pulls up. You just see two cops with like a baton waiting for you. But anyway, the reason I bring that up is I'm curious if they like start transitioning live sports with the same rules. Like you can go to a live sporting event without a mask, but you can't like cheer or boo your team. So imagine like a sellout crowd, like a buzzer beater, like 3, just no one can react to it. They just have to sit there and like maybe golf clap. I don't know if they're allowed to do that. That would be worse than no fans, I think. That'd be like just as awkward.
Yeah, you can't clap. But, you can only like turn to your neighbor and shake their hand or something.
You can either shake yes or shake no for approval or disapproval of the previous play.
Yeah, thumbs up or thumbs down.
Yeah. Or to your point, you mentioned this on the show, bring back the cowbells. Ooh. Cowbells are a great way to show your enthusiasm towards certain plays.
That is the only prescription.
I'm just spitballing here. Spitballing. But those are my ideas. Did you have any takes on Prince Phillip?
To answer the question about what could take him out, what tame, normal, run-of-the-mill things could fucking kill him.
A windmill?
Yeah. I said like a neighbor stubbing their toe, like 2 houses down, would somehow knock him out too.
Like a ripple effect.
Yeah.
Like catching a stray from a guy stubbing his toe.
Yeah, and same idea. The next one was like a butterfly landing on a tree a couple streets down. I think that would somehow
butterfly effect.
Yeah, that would get him. The microwave going off. If you don't get to that before it turns double zeros.
Oh. That's a death sentence.
He's out of there.
Like a good 3 beeps. Might as well be his heart monitor. Like when that thing stops beeping, he's done. Oh boy.
Speed bump, I think, would be the absolute end of him. That's another thing where his head would just pop straight off. And
I picture like a speed bump and his bones just giving out. he just like slips into the, I don't know, like slithers into the seat and fades away. Like in Star Wars, like when people get hit by lightsabers, like their clothes just drop to the floor. And their body
there's just nothing there anymore.
Any millisecond of like CGI footage or something like on a big screen would just send him back to a better time.
Oh man, imagine him like 1890s. I didn't write this down, but imagine him like watching a horror movie. I don't think there's not a single scene that he'd be able to get through.
I don't even know if he can look at himself in the mirror. If he forgets what he looks like and then catches a glimpse, oof, tough look. He looks like yeah, go ahead.
Last one was I picture him like for some reason he knows how to use a smartphone if he did, but him like
no chance he does, but yeah,
reading his phone in bed and then accidentally dropping it on his head. Like a classic mistake we all do, but that would kill him.
His face would shatter like the glass screen would shatter on like a normal person's phone. You just have like the streaks of glass in his face. He would literally shatter like if I were to drop a glass like off my table.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, dude. It would sound like Stone Cold's intro music if he would have dropped his phone on his face. That guy is just a walking glass mannequin ready to go. A walking glass mannequin covered in like a melted baseball glove with 2 eyes poked on it. That guy looks awful. And again, I really don't know anything about him. So we're going to get some hate for this, whatever. From what I've read and what I've seen, they don't seem like great people. So you know what I mean? Is what it is.
Yeah.
We could do the same segment on Sister Jean. I think Sister Jean's genuinely a good person from what I can tell, till she gets canceled, till they dig up her tweets from 100 fucking years ago. Who knows?
Yeah. You should see what she's tweeting about World War II. Live tweeting about World War II.
Sure. It's tough though. Anyone at that age has had multiple opportunities to like be involved in some sketchy things. So my assumption is if you are 100 Like, you beat the game. Like, you just whatever. Like, who cares? Like, I'm not going to cancel someone who's fucking 100. Who gives a shit? Yeah. Prince Phillip might just cancel himself for medical reasons. But yeah, I don't know.
Don't you think it was kind of weird that he was actually able to sit in the car without, I don't know. I figure once you get to that age, you need, well, that, but also I feel like you almost need one of those vans that just has like the wheelchair ramp. Like the fact that he's just able to sit in a normal seat, fucking buckle up. Like
maybe, I don't know. Maybe he's in better shape than we think. Hold on.
Good for him. I don't know. Maybe he's very active and I just don't know it.
He just looks like an asshole. Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh, is a member of the British. See, that's what I don't get about these non-American governments. Like, it's just so confusing. Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh, is a member of the British royal family as the husband of Queen Elizabeth II. I don't know what any of that means. All I know is here we get a new president every 4 years. This guy looks like he's been in office for 100 years.
What's his relation to like the living queen?
I don't know.
I thought that was Sean Alston.
Boy, oh boy. That's not nice. This is Sean Alston.
Yeah, sorry, Prince Philip. I didn't mean to say that about you.
It's Sean Alston at his 40th birthday party. No, it might be the most closest comparison, and I'm not kidding, is the Emperor from Star Wars.
Oh, Palpatine?
Yes.
Yeah,
that's prime Palpatine, like evil Palpatine.
Yeah.
Post Order 66 Palpatine. Like, not looking good. Yeah, I don't know.
I assume he has the same voice.
Have you heard him speak? Does he speak?
I've never heard him speak, but I would assume he has Palpatine's voice.
We need to get him, Sister Jean, and Helen Keller in a room and hit record.
Oh, yeah, a virtual
stories.
Yeah.
It would have to be virtual. Damn. Another thing COVID did for us.
Yeah, let's arrange a clubhouse meeting with the three of them and us.
Mm-hmm. He's not on social media, is he, Prince Philip? At the real Prince Philip? I can't imagine why Meghan Markle would want to get away from these people. It sounds miserable. Marrying into the royal family as an American sounds awful.
Yeah.
God forbid a non 100% white American. I just don't understand. That sounds like such a pain in the ass. I don't know.
That whole story is bizarre to me.
Yeah, I need to look into it a little more. I'm actually kind of interested now. I probably won't. I don't really care. Let's wrap up here. Any quick thoughts? Because I don't want to get into this because it's going to depress me. It is trade deadline week. Mm-hmm. And like every other trade deadline week, sounds like Danny Ainge is right there, right on the fringe of making a dynasty changing move. I do think he'll do something, but like I was saying offline earlier, no matter what he does, I don't see myself getting super excited about anything. Like, it's not going to be like a Kevin Garnett, Ray Allen moment. Like, here we go. I'm just too disappointed already in the season. I don't know if there's any coming back from it. They could sign John Collins. Like, you made a good point earlier. John Collins is a hot name right now. And the other breaking news is like, oh, well, rumor is the Hawks want Marcus Smart as part of it. That's fine. I'm over defending Marcus Smart anymore. Like, for good players. If it's for a good player, I'll move on. I can live with fucking undersized guards firing the cannons from 3/4 court with 20 seconds left on the shot clock. But I don't know. I do like John Collins, but to your point, you said earlier, like, I think he's a free agent, this summer? Or he has his option this summer?
I think something like that. So
I don't want John Collins as a rental to lose in the second round of the Eastern Conference playoffs. Like, that's stupid. If they sign him and if they trade him and sign him, that'd be cool. I think I saw Hawks are putting Cam Reddish as part of packages. I like him. Young player, Duke guy, might be a good thing for Tatum. But I don't know. I don't have the energy to put much thought into it. At this point, I'm just going to assume they do nothing. And if they do something, we'll see. Oh, Aaron Gordon's the other one. I'm not really interested in Aaron Gordon either. I didn't know. People are joking about this on Twitter too. I didn't know when Aaron Gordon became a demand to trade type of player. Like, I don't see why that's holding any weight whatsoever. But whatever. He wants out. Superstars get to dictate that. So
Yeah.
Again, I was don't know why Aaron Gordon is doing it.
Faces of the league. They get to dictate that type of thing. And in spite of that, Aaron Gordon too.
Yeah, and Aaron Gordon as well. Small asterisk at the bottom. But we'll see. I think we might I forgot to talk to you before we recorded. I know we might have some CLNS media friends come on soon, maybe, hopefully, and break some of the Celtic stuff down too. So what else? What'd we miss? Anything else on your end before we wrap up? I think we hit all the basics, the big ones today.
I would say my only quick thought is the same thing, which is that this is the one time that I would prefer they don't make a move.
Yeah, I know. Like I don't understand what us.
I'd be like,
I don't think there is a move. I just don't know. I don't think there's a move there is that's going to change the season. No, it's not a move that's going to change the season, right?
No.
Say they get John Collins and I don't know, and Aaron Gordon and Cam Reddish and someone else. Great. We might go to 5th or 6th and then probably lose to the Nets, Sixers, or Bucks.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. That would have happened anyway. I will say this. I don't want to play Charlotte in the play-in round and lose to Charlotte. That would stink. That would have made me happy. Lose on a buzzer beater, Gordon Hayward dunk on every black player on the Celtics somehow. That would stink.
Or like a game-winning alley-oop from Rozier to Hayward.
Oh, I forgot about Rozier too. Rozier, he's having a great year too. That's so frustrating. See, this sucks too because the fact, Gordon Hayward is already an established player, but Rozier was like a fringe. I don't think he's ever been an all-star, has he? Terry Rozier? No way. So he was like a young fringe talent in Boston. But my fear is like, now that he's doing well, it's like, well, this is why we can't trade Robert Williams. This is why we can't. He was a bad example. This is why we can't trade Romeo Langford or Carson Edwards or fucking Semi Ojeleye or Marcus Smart. They're going to turn out good. It's like, no. First of all, Terry Rozier is better than all those guys anyway. Second of all, if Carson Edwards gets traded and turns out good, like I'll eat crow on that one if that's what it comes to. But yeah, it's worth putting him in a trade package. For some reason, somebody wants him. and to my point earlier, I think I said offline, I don't know if like cross sport trades are a thing yet, but Danny Ainge has my blessing to throw N'Keal Harry in any trade package he wants to as well.
Yeah.
On the house. And I think the Patriots would be okay with it.
Reluctantly, I would agree.
Okay, good. Same page there. But cool. That's it for us. What was I going to say? Curious to see how this Griff Carizzi Donald Trump Jr. drama unfolds over the next 48 hours or so.
This is crazy.
I'd like to have them both on the show.
Yeah.
Or we get invited to OAN for Donald Trump Jr.'s next interview and throw our 2 cents in. But anyway, yeah, like I said earlier, feel free to leave us a review. You can subscribe on YouTube, on Apple, iTunes, whatever. If you're watching this on Facebook, you can hit the share button, maybe get in front of some other people who haven't seen us before. And other than that, we'll see you guys next time. Peace.